Alright, I'm gonna play for a little bit here, check the levels and stuff. Those of you who are already in the chat, let me know if anything sounds wrong. My mic is going to be really quiet, so I've got the game turned down to match that, so hopefully it will work out. Looking at all the different default choices for Twitter's theme colors is now considered to be automated behavior and my account is locked. Wow, that sucks. I've never heard of that. Alright, I think things are looking good. Things are hopefully sounding good. I'm going to tweet the link to the stream and then get started on this New Game Plus true run, or true Indian run. Alright, so I guess a really brief introduction to what I'm doing. After the first time that you finish Eldritch, this Soul of the Librarian shows up in the middle of the hub, and when you pick it up, everything in the game gets a little bit harder, and that's what I call New Game Plus. And the true ending is a series of challenges that you have to do on the way to the end of the game. A little bit like Spelunky's Hell Run. So I'm going to be trying to do that series of challenges in the hard mode of the game. So I'll start by picking that up. Now when I go into a world, enemies are tougher, there's going to be fewer pickups to find, just a bunch of little things that kind of add up to make a harder game. And let me make sure that I've got the chat on screen. Alright, let's get started. The first obvious change is that the compass that would usually be here is not here in New Game Plus. So I'm going to be going through the level blind as to where the exit is. Yeah, I'll go for this. Dynamite is always useful. And I'll try to provide commentary where I can, but this may also require like a lot of concentration, so there may be stretches where I'm not talking that much. But if you have any questions or anything, just let me know in the chat. So I've only done the New Game Plus True Indian run successfully once before. I think back in February I did it for the first time. And yeah, it's challenging. I actually don't expect to do it tonight. I figure I will probably get very far, end up dying, and not want to try it again. But when I did it, it took about 2 hours, so this is going to be a pretty long run tonight. Oh, I shouldn't have looted him. So what I'm trying to do in this early gameplay, I'm really trying to conserve resources. So even though I have the pistol, I'm not going to be actually shooting anyone. I'm going to be punching or knifing them when I can. And I'm also not going to be looting bodies, except I forgot and I looted that one. Because what I want to do is leave this level in a state where I can come back to it later and have it be really, really safe. And if you leave the bodies lying there instead of looting them, then the enemies don't respawn. So I want to kill everyone and not loot them, so that when I go through the level the second time, it will be safe. And the reason that I have to go through it twice, to get the true ending, you have to pick up these 3 special items, and there's one in each of the worlds, and they fill in the slots on the menu here. The gear slots, you can carry a talisman, a backpack, and some kind of boots, and when you have those special items equipped, it means you can't have anything else, which makes the game a lot harder to play. So the way that I do this run is I go through the game first with all the good gear that I want. I clear out levels, then I go back and I get the stuff that I need to actually do the true ending. Alright, they take 3 punches. So a lot of the success of this run is going to come down to things like, can I find fountains to increase my max health, and do the shops have the items that turn out to be really useful to get me through it. And there's really no guarantees about like how many fountains there will be. I think the last time I did this, I didn't have that much max health. I just kind of got lucky a bunch of times. I didn't end up needing it. But that's kind of a design decision that I think I would do differently if I were to make this game again. I would say, like, there's going to be some kind of a manager that determines that there will always be at least like half a dozen health fountains somewhere in the levels, instead of it just being a random dice roll every time you enter a level. But this game is what it is. Hey, a knife, finally. Hey, here, guys, opening